Hi again, Risa here, back with another episode of Ask Risa. This is my weekly video series where I answer questions that I typically get from clients or just things that I think are useful to know as you are planning your wedding. I'm a Sacramento-based wedding planner, so if you're in the Sacramento area and you're looking for help with your wedding, feel free to reach out to me. All my contact information is down below, or you can just comment on this video because I'll get notified of that. So this week I want to talk about wedding websites and whether you need one. I do get asked this question from time to time, and my short answer is yes, they are super helpful. They're a great way to put a lot of information all in one place for your guests. They're very helpful for your guests. And these days, websites are all mobile friendly, so it's really easy for your guests to pull them up, even if it's, they're literally on their way to your wedding and maybe they forgot the address or forgot the venue. They can just pull up your wedding website and they can find that information out. So it's just super convenient to have all that information in one place for your guests. So some things that would go on your wedding website. First of all, information about where the wedding is being held, both the ceremony and the reception, and just little bits of information that your guests might need to know. Maybe your ceremony is taking place on a grassy lawn, so you want to warn your female guests not to wear stilettos because they will sink into the lawn otherwise. So maybe they want to wear wedges or sandals or something like that. If the reception is going to be held indoors where the air conditioning will be blasting, maybe you want to give people a heads up about that so they can bring a sweater. So in addition to the information about the actual event itself, you can also put travel information, which is super helpful for people who have to come from out of town. You can put information about the airport or airports if there's more than one nearby and which one is preferable. Rental car information, lodging information, if you've set up room blocks at hotels, or even if you haven't set up room blocks, at least giving them some idea of a few hotels that are near to your venue and convenient. That's super helpful. You can embed links for maps so that they can get driving directions right on your website if they want to. You can also talk about what there is to do in the area, which is super helpful for people from out of town. They don't know what the area has to offer. So maybe there are wineries or breweries, or there's an aquarium or a zoo or a park, just a list of attractions that people in your city tend to do would be useful for your out-of-town guests. A lot of websites also give you the option to manage your RSVPs. Some guests can actually RSVP right on your website, tell you whether they're coming, tell you what their meal choice is, if you're doing a plated sit-down meal. And that makes it easy for you because, first of all, you're not waiting for people to mail back RSVPs. You're not waiting for the mail. You're not taking chances with anything getting lost. You're not having to juggle all those RSVP cards that are coming in the mail. And you're not having to enter the data into your spreadsheet or whatever else you're using to keep track of your RSVPs. It's all right there in your website. So not only is it convenient for your guests, but it's helpful for you. Another nice thing about websites is you can put photos of you and your fiance on the website, maybe your engagement photos that you want to show off. And you can do a little write-up about how you met, how the proposal went, what your future plans for married life are, just anything that you want to share with people. You can also do this for your wedding party members. You can do a little write-up of who they are, what their relationship is to you, why they're special to you, which obviously they are because you asked them to be in your wedding. So it just gives your guests a little bit of information about who these people are who are going to be part of your wedding day. And then the other really great thing that you can put on your wedding website is registry information, because people these days tend to register 2 to 3 places, sometimes 4. 4 is like the max I would recommend. So it's an easy way to get the word out to people as to where you are registered, but it's also super convenient for your guests because everybody has online registries now. So if you're registered at Macy's, and your guests just know you're registered at Macy's, first they have to go to Macy's.com. Then they have to find the link for registry information on Macy's website. Then they have to put in either the bride's name or the groom's name to pull up the list. And then they have to choose the registry to get to the information. Whereas if it's on your wedding website, you just embed a link right on there. They click on that. It takes them right to your wedding registry. And they don't have to do any work whatsoever other than picking out a gift for you. So the registry is basically my number one reason why you should do a wedding website. And it's super easy to make them these days. Both the Knot and Wedding Wire give you the option of creating a free wedding website, which is great. Zola.com is another wedding-oriented website where you can make your own personal website for free. Minted.com, the stationery and invitation website, they have both free and paid versions. If you want a custom URL, I think it's like $20. But they also have a free version, which is quite lovely. And you can also use more traditional website builders like Squarespace, but they are not free. But they do definitely have templates aimed at couples getting married and creating wedding websites. So if you look at those and you really like them, it might be worth the cost. It's not a huge expense, but it's not free. And then there's another route you could take, which is WordPress, which is what I did for my wedding when I got married, because all of my friends and family lived out of town from where I got married and where I lived at the time. So I wanted to sort of take them on my journey, and also I like to write. So I did a blog wedding website through WordPress.com, and it was free. But I was able to write up everything that my fiance at the time, now my husband, and I were doing. You know, when we registered, I wrote about the experience, put some pictures in there. When we did cake tasting, when I was trying on dresses, just every step of the wedding process, I blogged about so that my friends and family could come along with me on that journey and experience the wedding planning with me. So that's definitely something to think about if you enjoy writing and if you want to bring your friends and family along with you. The other question I get a lot is, how do I let people know about my wedding website? So there's a couple of different ways to do this. The easiest, most common way is if you're sending save the dates. If you're planning far enough in advance of your wedding, say 6 to 8 months where you have time to send save the dates, that is the perfect place to put your wedding website. Because the save the date lets your guests know that you're getting married and it's going to be in this city on this date. And the wedding website will keep them apprised of developments as they progress. Maybe you don't have a specific venue when you send your save the dates, you just have a city and state. Well, the venue will be on your website. The hotel information will be on your website. The RSVP information will be on your website. So they can check the website and keep abreast of what's happening and keep tabs on your wedding that way. If you're not sending save the dates, you can put your website information in with your invitations, but I recommend doing it on a separate insert card. Similar to how you have the RSVP card in your wedding invites, you can do a separate card for your invitation or for your wedding website. You can put the website on the invitation itself, but I don't recommend that. Traditionally, things like that wouldn't go on the invitation themselves because of the fact that most people know that your wedding website is going to have your registry information on it, and it's a little gauche to include registry information on the invitation because it's like you're expecting a gift, even though it's common knowledge that everyone's going to get you a wedding gift. It's just one of those social niceties that we don't put that right on the invitation. But putting it as a separate insert with your invitation, totally fine. On the other hand, bridal shower invitation, you could definitely put the website information on the bridal shower invitation because guests are expecting to see it there. They're expecting to have a helping hand in finding your registry if they're coming to your bridal shower. So you definitely can put your wedding website on there. Or you can just spread the word via email or word of mouth or whatever's easier for you if you don't want to do anything invitation related. So yeah, for all those reasons, I definitely recommend doing a wedding website. They're easy to set up. They're mostly free. Even if you're not technologically inclined, they're not super difficult to figure out. If you have a wedding planner, they can definitely help you with that. That is one of the things I do for my full service wedding planning clients is I manage their website. I upload information as we get it. As I set up room blocks, I put that information on the website. I take care of all those back-end details. But even if you don't have a wedding planner, they're not that hard to deal with. If you have any sort of knowledge of the internet, you can figure it out. And yeah, so those are my reasons. I definitely recommend doing a wedding website. So if you have any questions about that or anything else, feel free to comment down below. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up because that helps YouTube show it to other people who might have similar questions to you, might be planning their wedding and need a little bit of help. And if you are in Sacramento, feel free to reach out to me. All right, that's it. Thanks. Bye for now.